Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
Denver, buckle up, because the national media just got caught with its pants down again, and your Denver Broncos are the ones holding the receipts. Every single year, it's the same story. The so-called experts sit behind their desks, they rank players, they predict trades, they tell you who's good and who's not, and every single year, Broncos country ends up laughing the hardest, because somehow, some way, these guys never see us coming. Today we're breaking down exactly how the NFL whiffed on one of our guys yet again. We're calling out a trade rumor so ridiculous it doesn't even deserve to be printed, and we're going to tell you exactly what's coming next year that's going to have everybody eating crow all over again. If you're new around here, welcome to the family. I'm Ben, I bleed orange and blue. And I need you in the comments because we've got a poll question that's been taking over social media, and honestly, I need to know Broncos country's answer before we even get into the football. So here's the debate that's got everybody talking. Over the weekend at Yellowstone, some poor grandpa got absolutely launched 8 feet into the air by a buffalo. Full send, broke his femur and everything. Now, here's the hypothetical for you. Option 1, you get yeeted into the air by a buffalo just once, exactly like that grandpa, except you walk away with 0 broken bones. You just go flying, you land, you're fine, but you got the story of a lifetime. Option 2, and this one is sweeping the internet right now, you get 2 straight weeks, 14 days of explosive diarrhea. No buffalo required. Which one are you taking? For me, it's the buffalo every single day of the week. I could not survive 2 weeks of that scenario. I wouldn't be able to make videos. I wouldn't be able to do anything. My whole life would grind to a halt. Drop your answer in the comments because I need to know if Broncos country is built differently. Alright, now let's get into the real news because this is a big one, and it's personal. Courtland Sutton just got voted into the NFL Top 100 by his own peers. Let that sink in for a second. This isn't some media member sitting in a studio making guesses. This is the players. This is the guys who actually line up across from him, who actually have to defend him, who actually watch the film and know exactly how good he is. And they voted him in at number 68 overall. First time in his career he's made this list, and honestly, it is long overdue. Courtland Sutton has been the steady, dependable, no-nonsense wide receiver 1 in Denver for years now. No diva antics, no drama, just a guy who shows up, catches everything thrown his direction, and does it with a level head. He is Bo Nix's right-hand man out there, the security blanket, the guy who's going to go up and get the 50-50 ball every single time. And now his peers are saying it loud and clear. He belongs in the conversation with the best 100 players in all of professional football. But here's the part that makes this so sweet, so deliciously ironic that we have to slow down and really enjoy it. Rewind the clock exactly 1 year. Jeremy Fowler, the same guy who just ranked Bo Nix 18th on his quarterback list, published his projection for the top 10 wide receivers in the entire NFL heading into this past season. You want to guess whose name was nowhere to be found? Not top 10, not top 15, not even an honorable mention. Courtland Sutton was completely, totally, 100% left off the list. And we made a whole video about this kind of disrespect happening to Bo Nix just yesterday. And here we are again with the exact same story, except this time it's our number 1 receiver getting completely ignored by the so-called experts. And now, 12 months later, the actual players in the league, the men who know football better than anyone sitting behind a microphone, are telling you Courtland Sutton is a top 100 player in the entire sport. That's not a top 15 receiver snub anymore. That's a get your popcorn ready, watch the experts eat their words kind of moment. It's going to be fascinating to see how many more wide receivers land above him on this list before it's finalized, but if the pattern holds from last year, don't be shocked if it's 6 or 7 guys total ranked ahead of him. Which means, once again, Courtland Sutton is blowing right past whatever modest little projection the national media had cooked up for him. He didn't just sneak onto the list, he shot past every single lowball prediction anyone made about him. And here's my bold call for you to save and come back to next summer. We are going to see this exact same script play out with Bo Nix. Jeremy Fowler didn't even have Bo Nix inside his top 10 quarterbacks this year. Didn't have him top 10. And I am telling you right now, mark it down, next year Bo Nix is going to be sitting comfortably in the top 10 quarterbacks in the entire NFL Top 100. Voted in by the same players who just gave Courtland Sutton his flowers. The national media is going to be shocked all over again, and Broncos country is going to be sitting right here saying we told you so. Because we always do. Now let's pivot because this next part is going to make your blood boil a little bit, and then it's going to make you laugh. Because it is that absurd. Bleacher Report just dropped this massive article, one trade that every single team in the NFL should make, and when you scroll through it, team by team, it's mostly common sense stuff. The Bills need this piece. The Chiefs should go get that piece. Every team gets a trade suggestion that's supposed to fill an actual hole on their roster. Except when you get to Denver, there's no hole identified. None. Zero. Instead, Bleacher Report decides the move for the Broncos isn't adding a piece, it's subtracting two of our own guys. They're saying Denver should trade away Riley Moss. And as if that wasn't enough, they're also saying Denver should trade away Marvin Mims. Two homegrown Broncos, both entering contract years, both being served up on a platter to the rest of the league by a national writer who clearly has not been paying attention to what's actually happening in Denver. Let's break down their reasoning first, because I want to be fair about this before I light it on fire. For Riley Moss, the argument is that the cornerback room in Denver has simply become too good, too deep, to justify keeping him around. And look, I get where they're coming from. We drafted Jaquan McMillian, and he has been an absolute revelation. We saw Chris Harris step in a couple years back when Riley went down, and he balled out. We've got Pat Surtain, who is arguably the best cornerback on the planet right now. And we've got Vance Joseph, who has proven over and over that he knows exactly how to develop and deploy his corners. So yes, on paper, it's a stacked room. I understand the temptation to look at that depth chart and think somebody's expendable. Then for Marvin Mims, the logic is basically the same story on offense. Pat Bryant, the guy Sean Payton compared to Marquez Colston the moment Denver drafted him. Troy Franklin, who's been adding muscle and getting better every single year he's in the league, and we all know receivers tend to take a massive leap in year 3. Cortland Sutton just landed in the NFL Top 100, as we just talked about. And oh yeah, in case you forgot, we also happen to have a guy named Jaylen Waddle now catching passes in Denver. So Bleacher Report's argument is that the receiver room is so overcrowded that the Broncos can't possibly afford to keep everybody happy financially. And somebody's got to go. Here's the problem. That's not actually true, and even if it were, trading either of these guys for anything less than a premium pick is one of the dumbest possible moves this franchise could make. Let's talk numbers. Bleacher Report suggests Denver could get maybe a second or third round pick for Riley Moss or Marvin Mims in a trade. Here's the thing nobody wants to admit. If the Broncos simply hold on to both of these players through the season, let them play out their contract years, and then let them walk in free agency next offseason, Denver is going to collect compensatory third-round draft picks for each of them anyway, assuming they sign the kind of $18 to $20 million deals that most of the league is projecting for both guys. So think about what that actually means. Trading either one of them away right now for anything less than a third-round pick is literally giving away value for nothing, because we're going to get that same compensatory pick regardless. The only scenario where a trade even makes sense is if some desperate team comes calling with a second-round pick or better. And honestly, with Terrion Arnold now gone in Detroit, you could see the Lions getting desperate enough to dangle a late first-rounder or a serious pick swap for a player like Riley Moss. But outside of a legitimate blockbuster offer like that, there is no version of this where Denver should even entertain the conversation. And here's the piece that the national media completely glosses over every single time. Depth isn't something you appreciate until the exact moment you desperately need it. And by then, it's already too late to go get it. Let's rewind through last season for a reality check. Pat Bryant missed 3 games, including playoff games. Marvin Mims missed 2 games. Troy Franklin missed a regular season game and a playoff game. There was an actual stretch last year where Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin were both out at the same time, and Denver had to roll out Bo Nix throwing passes to Lil Jordan Humphrey in a playoff game. That is a break glass in case of emergency situation. And it happened. So imagine if that same scenario unfolds again, except this time Marvin Mims isn't even on the roster anymore because some national writer convinced the front office that the room was too crowded. Suddenly that emergency depth chart looks a whole lot scarier. It's the exact same story on defense. 2 years running now, the Broncos' cornerback room has taken real hits. Last season, Pat Surtain suffered a shoulder injury against Dallas and then a concussion. And he ended up missing essentially 3.5 games, including part of that Dallas contest, where Denver still went out and beat CeeDee Lamb and company without their number 1 corner on the field, which is honestly one of the more impressive defensive performances of the year. But go back one more year before that, and it was Riley Moss who missed 3 games with an injury, forcing Denver to lean on Levi Wallace. And that's the same stretch where James Winston went off against us and Jerry Jeudy set records at our expense. Not a fun memory. So when you actually look at the tape and the injury history, trading away either Riley Moss or Marvin Mims doesn't just thin out the roster on paper. It removes the exact insurance policy that has already saved this team's season more than once. This is the part that really gets me fired up about these national trade proposals. When a team is sitting inside a genuine Super Bowl window, that is not the time to start selling off good, cheap, homegrown talent for future draft capital. Bo Nix's window is wide open right now. This roster is built to compete for a championship this season, not 3 years from now. And in a window like that, depth isn't a luxury. It's everything. I would rather ride with Riley Moss and Marvin Mims all the way through a Super Bowl run and then simply let them walk away in free agency for nothing but a compensatory pick than trade either of them away right now for a first-round pick and then discover in October that we desperately need a cornerback or a receiver. And we no longer have the depth to survive an injury. Championships get won by teams that can absorb the punches during a long season, not teams that traded away their answers for future assets that don't help you win right now. So sound off in the comments and let me know if you're with me on this one, or if you think Denver should actually be listening to offers before training camp kicks off. Because we are getting closer and closer to the start of camp, Broncos country, and this offseason content is about to ramp up in a massive way. We've got interviews lined up over the next few weeks. We've got a trip out to Denver in the works to bring you actual boots-on-the-ground coverage from training camp. And this channel is only getting bigger from here. So here's what I need from you right now. If this video opened your eyes to just how wrong the national media keeps getting it about this team, smash that like button so this reaches more Broncos fans who need to hear it. Drop a comment with your Buffalo or diarrhea answer, and while you're down there, let me know if you'd actually trade Riley Moss or Marvin Mims this season, or if you're holding the line with me. And if you are not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications, because we've got training camp coverage, trade rumors, and everything else Broncos country needs coming your way all summer long. Denver, we've got a real shot at something special this year. Let's stay locked in together. I'll see you in the next one.
Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.